Hello and welcome everyone, Lionheart here, and today it is vote, faction vote, let's play vote time, world domination vote time even. There are 3 polls in the description. Now before you go mental and comment saying, I vote for this, I vote for that, please actually make sure you go into the description, onto the poll, and vote there. Comments do not count. Now that's been said, and I probably will say it again during the video just to remind you guys, because there's always some people that sort of then say, why didn't my vote count? Because I was commenting and I was like, I said in the poll. So just to make it very clear, in the description there are 3 polls. One is called World Domination Vote, the other one is called Rome 2 New Faction Vote, and the other one is called New Game Series Vote. There are 3 polls. So you can vote once on each of those, and only once. So, World Domination, the first one. This is something I've mentioned for a while now, and it's also coming off the back of a lot of requests from you guys. My Iceni and Rome Let's Plays, as of right now, have both finished. The 30th of May, they're both finished. Sparta is still ongoing, and I've actually said in the latest Sparta part 93, so if you go and watch that one, and I've asked you guys to comment in the comments of that video, part 93 of Sparta, if you would like Sparta to come out every single day. One, to kind of finish it up, but also because it's kind of my remaining Rome 2 Let's Play as such, from those first 3. So I know a lot of you are excited to see it, you know, more often. So please do go comment on that video if you'd like to see it every day. But I wanted to start the voting now so that basically when Sparta finishes, we've got new Let's Plays and new campaigns to carry on from that. So, Iceni, Rome and Sparta are the options to vote for, and there's another option. There's also an option of none. This basically means, would you like Iceni, Rome or Sparta to be carried on, one of those, the most voted, to be carried on as a world domination campaign? I will turn against all my allies in time. I'm not just going to declare war against everyone. I'm going to do it kind of, I want to win still. Declare war against everyone eventually and take all the lands to make them either blue, red or gold. Obviously Sparta's still ongoing, so if Sparta gets voted I will just keep on continuing that one, but if obviously that happens, that does mean that Iceni and the Rome Let's Play have definitely finished. Right now they're kind of in limbo, because potentially if one of them gets voted, it will come back as a World Domination Let's Play. Now that may not be as regular as they were originally uploaded, but it will be at least 2 times a week with World Domination for it. Obviously, if you would rather me just be like, oh, Lionheart, no, we've done these Let's Plays, you won the objectives, let's move on, let's start some new factions, then just vote none. And if none wins, then I will just go on to new factions, which will be a point I will make in a moment about the new faction Let's Play for Rome 2. So yeah, that's the World Domination. Please do go vote for that. Just remember you have that none option if you're not particularly interested in seeing any of those 3 carried on as a World Domination. So the Rome 2 faction vote, I'm actually going to pop into game in a moment to show you guys the various factions you can choose from. There's a few little restrictions just because I don't want to be in the same starting location as I have been with some of my factions, and slightly different cultures and what have you as well. But while you can only vote once, the second most highest voted faction will also be considered as a new series as well when a slot opens up, i.e. when the World Domination campaign finishes as well. Or, should the World Domination poll come out as none, then I have technically space in my schedule for 2 new Rome Let's Plays, rather than just at the moment the way I'm working things through my head of just 1 new Rome Let's Play, because obviously there will be potentially a World Domination campaign. But if there's not, there will be 2. So the second most highest voted faction in the Rome 2 faction vote poll could also well make it. So don't be disheartened if your faction isn't number 1. Most likely, the second most highly voted faction will also come out as a Let's Play in time. Now, I haven't said anything about mods in this vote either, but I will probably be looking to use some overhaul mods, but that will be dealt with in another video, and once I know which faction I'm going to be playing as. So yeah, here is the little bit about you know, which factions you can choose. For the Total War Rome 2 voting poll, which is obviously in the description, I thought I'd just show you some of the factions that are available, and there are a few factions obviously that won't be included on that poll list. Obviously no Rome, no Iceni and no Sparta. Carthage is also not on there, and nor is the Arverni.
because I'm doing a Caesar and Gaul versus campaign against the Rambler as the Averni, and Carthage is not on there because I'm doing a Hannibal at the Gates as Carthage. So I don't repeat any of those. Now, I'm also going to say, I'm not going to take them off the list, but factions such as Macedon and, where are they? The other Greek states such as Epirus and Athens. Syracuse is fine, but Epirus, Athens, and Macedon, I'm not desperately... I don't desperately want to play as those because they just have similar starting locations to Sparta. I'd like to go somewhere different this time. So you obviously have one vote, and one vote only in this poll for the faction you'd like me to let's play. The faction with the most votes will win. Honestly, looking through, I wouldn't mind playing as someone like the Odrysian Kingdom or even the Getae. Or even the RDI, actually. They've been in so many Let's Plays of like strong allies. I wouldn't mind playing as like the RDI, the Getae, or the Odrysian. So from the new Factions and Raiders DLC. Swaby, potentially. I just kind of think, you know, after playing Iceni, you'd like to try something a little bit different culture-wise. I know a lot of you want to see something like the Seleucids, or even Bactria, maybe even Egypt. So one of those factions, I am totally up for one of them. The nomadic tribes, it would be a very difficult one to play as with all that cavalry. The Nervi, Boy, or even, I mean, I'm leaving Galatia on there, even though I started a cult with Heir of Carthage, but due to obviously the huge difference in time zone, it just wasn't able to go forward. So I'm leaving that one up there as well. Obviously, we've got factions such as, where are they? Parthia and Pontus, which would offer a completely different you know, look on what's going on, starting in the other side of the world from where I've been starting previously. So, you have available to vote Nervi, Boy, Galatia, Roxolani, Royal Scythia, Masagate, Epirus, Syracuse, and Athens. Although Athens and Epirus just making that point of, you know, I wouldn't mind a different starting location. The Lusitani and Aravaci, Parthia and Pontus, Macedon, but again, similar starting location to Sparta. Something different would be better, I think. Egypt, Seleucids, or Bactria. I know Seleucids in particular are very popular. And then the new faction and Raiders and Free LC Kingdoms, the RDI, which I think would be awesome, the Getae, equally awesome, Odrysian Kingdom, you know, they're Thracians, they're badass, the Tilis, pretty darn cool. Obviously not the Iceni, and then there's the Swaby, finally. So, poll is in the description for those, but as I've been saying since the start of this video, please do not comment saying this faction, because I will just facepalm a little bit and direct you to the poll for the first time. Probably not going to do it too much, but yeah, please do vote on the poll. By all means, come back and say, you know, what you voted for. But please do make sure you actually click through and vote. And please do give this video a like and share it with your friends if you want them to vote on your faction, or, you know, the faction you'd like to see win.
Okay, so those are the various factions you can vote for in the Rome 2 new faction vote poll. So please do go and vote there. Feel free to share it with your friends and what have you this video. And finally, the new game Let's Play. Now, before we get on to this one, I will, no matter what, be doing a Tropico 5 Let's Play, because you guys really enjoyed my first Raw of it. Those of you who don't know, my first Raw is my new kind of preview and first look series. I've got lots more games coming up on that, and that series will be going on, you know, once every week and a half or so. Covering new games, previews, sometimes old games as well that, you know, I think you guys should definitely check out. So Tropico 5 is going to be happening soon as well. But there is space as well, I believe, in my schedule for a new game Let's Play. So a new series. Now, the options, I put 4 options here. Now, I know not all games are covered, and I know some of you still want me to cover stuff like Crusader Kings 2, Europa Universalis 4, things like that. I am looking to do those, but it's going to take me a little bit longer to kind of get into those series personally. So I put up a couple of series that I wouldn't mind playing, that I've seen you guys have a lot of interest in, and I know that are kind of hot favourites on my channel. So we have Caribbean, which is a Mountain Blade-esque pirate-style game. But it does have an interesting new naval combat feature. I think it's still in early access. It's not completely finished, but you know, it'd just be messing around with a character there, having some fun, seeing what trouble I can get up to, and that would be obviously a regular series, so it won't be one of my Warband campaigns that starts and never gets finished, which I am disappointed about. I'm sorry about that, guys, in the past. So this is kind of my way of offering a full, you know, kind of RPG there with the Mount and Blade sort of engine, but I'm offering Caribbean there rather than Warband. I'm not going back to Warband just yet because, personally, I'd like to probably hold off on going back to Mount and Blade completely until Bannerlord comes out. So essentially Mount and Blade 2. So we've got Caribbean. We've also got Watch Dogs, which has just come out, and some of you saw it on my desktop the other day when one of my games all tabbed out, and a lot of you got very excited. I don't know necessarily how I do that, whether you guys want me to see a single-player campaign or just me messing about doing some missions, but that's potentially an option, again, as a regular series there with Watch Dogs. Sins of a Solar Empire Rebellion. This has been one asked for ages and one I have been desperate to get back to. I just haven't had the time. So if you don't know what Sins of Solar Empire Rebellion is, it's a huge real-time strategy game set in space. You can build ships, huge fleets, huge Titan ships, and send them into battle. It's absolutely awesome. I love it. If you haven't seen it already, you know, search in my videos for Sins of a Solar Empire Rebellion, and you should see my TEC campaign, which unfortunately had a save game corruption. So I couldn't continue it because an update came out and shut it all down, which is unfortunate. And finally we have Divide and Conquer. Now this is the sub-mod for Third Age. Now, some of you are going to be saying, Lionheart, isn't the Elves of Lorien still going on at the moment? In fact, right now, this very morning, I am trying to desperately fix Elves of Lorien by reinstalling Medieval 2 and Kingdoms and the whole of Third Age, because no matter what I do on all my saves, for whatever reason at the moment, I'm getting crashes and corruptions. I've seen this happen again before. This happened with my Genoa Let's Play. Unfortunately, Medieval 2 is showing her age. She doesn't necessarily like running on all this new hardware, and for whatever reason that sometimes leads to a corruption. You know, I've had a lot of lag and stutter in it, so if I can get Elves of Lorien working, then I will do, because obviously I know a lot of you are really enjoying that Let's Play. I'm enjoying that Let's Play, and I want to see it finished. But if every battle's going to crash for me, there's just no way I can go forward. And, you know, if I can fix one battle but the next one crashes, it just kind of gets to a point where, unfortunately, it kind of has to come to an end. But I will keep you updated with that. There will be a specific Elves of Lorien update vlog going up, you know, in the next day or two when I've, you know, exhausted all options. I've been trying all the fixes that I know of, researching some more. So the option for Divide and Conquer is to essentially replace that Elves of Lorien series. If Divide and Conquer doesn't get voted for in this series, fear not, I will probably come back and do one anyway, because I know it's been popular and it's one I've been talking about for a while now as well. Now, with all these series, I'm going to be, in the next couple of days, working together a schedule, and then my new series will start. The World Domination, obviously, vote won't start, or rather, that Let's Play won't start straight away until Sparta finishes. But the new Rome 2 Let's Play will start relatively soon, and the new game series will potentially as well, and as will Tropico 5. So I'm just going to be, in my mind, sorting out my schedule over the next couple of days. I've still obviously got Hannibal at the Gates Carthage and Caesar in Gaul Rome, and I'll be shifting them out in my timetable. And I've got Thief, which is coming up again this weekend, more parts for that. So I'm going to be drawing up a brand new scheduling system. I'm going to be doing a new schedule video. Those polls, the World Domination one will kind of be left open indefinitely because I don't know how long Sparta's going to go on for, but the Rome 2 new Let's Play and the new game series will be running for a week. So at the very latest, you know, you'll get a new Rome 2 Let's Play and a new game series starting end of next week. Tropico 5, I can start that on Monday for you guys. So Tropico 5 is coming very, 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 very soon. And that'll be me going through the campaign on Tropico 5. So anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this faction, well, not faction voting video, there's a faction vote in there, there's a new game vote in there, there's a World Domination vote. I hope you've enjoyed this voting video. I hope it's all made sense. So if you do want obviously your faction, your game, you know, your vote to win, feel free to like this video, share it with your friends, tweet it on social media, like it on Facebook, all that jazz, and get it out there. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to comment, rate, subscribe, follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Take pride in joining the Legion, my Steam group, that's in the description as well, and I will see you all again soon. Ciao for now.